How do I write a linear equation when all I am given is two sets of points? So first thing I need to remember is that a linear equation, y equals mx plus b, is a representation of the relationship between these 2 points and what would cause a straight line to be made between these two. And when we look at y equals mx plus b, we remember that we need an m, which is our slope, and we need a b, which is our y-intercept. Now before, we've always been given our slope, and we've been given one set of points to find our y-intercept. Well, now all we have are these two sets of points. But the reality is we already possess one of the skills that we need in order to solve this problem. And that is, we know how to find the slope when we are given two sets of points. So very first thing I'm going to do is x, y, and label, because I know that slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. So I'm going to take my points and I'm going to say 1 minus 2 over 5 minus 2. 1 minus 2 is negative 1, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So I have a slope of negative 1/3. Okay, now all I have to do is just pick a set of points that I want to use, because now we're right back to I have a slope and I have a set of points. I just get to choose which ones. I'm going to pick 2 and 2. So remember, y equals mx plus b, so I'm going to say 2 equals negative 1/3 times 2 plus b. Now, negative 1/3 times 2, so 2 equals negative 2/3 plus b. And I'm going to take this 2 right here and I'm going to change it into thirds because that will help me. So I know that 2 is the same as 6/3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Equals negative 2/3 plus b. And I'm going to add 2/3 to both sides. And this will cancel. And so 6/3 plus 2/3, remember when we're adding fractions, we just add the numerators, is 8/3. So 8/3 equals b. And I'm going to write my equation y equals negative 1/3 x plus 8/3. And what I always do is I check this against my other set of points. So I'm going to check it against 5 and 1 to see if this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in negative 1/3, that's my slope, times 5 plus 8/3. And I should get, I'm going to move that so you can see it, I should get 1. And I do. So I know that because this linear equation works for this set of points and it works for this set of points, that it is the right representation for these two sets. So we're going to try this again. So this time we're going to use the points 4, 0 and 5, 2. And remember, we're trying to write an equation that will demonstrate the linear relationship between these 2 points, so that if I put that equation on the graph, it will go through the points 4, 0 and it will go through the points 5, 2. So remember, linear equation, y equals mx plus b. And we know we need a slope and we know we need a y-intercept. And so we know how to find the slope between two sets of points. So that's where we're going to start, xy, xy. And slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. And so I'm going to take these points here and use them first. So I'm going to say 2 minus 0 over 5 minus 4. 2 minus 0 is 2, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So I get a slope of 2 over 1, which is 2. And now I'm going to test my points. I'm going to use 5, 2. So what I'm going to say is 2 equals, that's my y value, 2 times 5 plus b. So y, m, x plus b. So this is going to be 2 equals 10 plus b, and I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. These will cancel, so negative 8 equals b. So when I write my equation, I'm going to say y equals 2x, because remember 2 is my slope, minus 8. And I'm going to check that against my other set of points that I have. So I used 5 and 2 to write my equation, so now I'm going to use 4 and 0 to check. So 2, that's my slope, times 4 minus 8 should equal 0, my y value. And it does, so I know my equation is correct. Just for reference, guys, I could write it like this. mx plus b equals y. They mean the same thing. The y is just located on the left-hand side of the equation, and this time it's located on the right. We're going to try one more example together. And so this time, I'm going to use the points 2, 4, negative 3, negative 5. So 2 and 4, negative 3, negative 5. Okay. And I'm going to write down y equals mx plus b. And I'll also write it the other way. mx plus b equals y. Just for reference, so that we can see it. And I know I need to find my slope, because that's the most important piece. That's what will help me determine everything else. And so I'm going to label my points x and y, x and y. And I know that slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. And so I'm going to say 4 minus negative 5. Notice this time I use these points first, and I can do that. I can use this y first as long as I also use this x first. So 4 minus negative 5 and 2 minus negative 3. So double negatives turn into positives. So this is 4 plus 5, which is 9, and 2 plus 3, which is 5. So I have a slope of 9/5. Okay. And I'm going to use this set of points to help me. So 4 equals 9/5 times 2 plus b. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to turn this 4 into fifths, what it would be if it was written as fifths, just so that I can easily add and subtract the fraction, because I know that's what I'm going to have to do right here. So 4 is 20/5. So 20/5 equals 9/5 times 2 plus b. Okay, so we'll do 9/5 times 2. So 9/5 times 2, which is 2 over 1. And that's going to be 18 over 5. All right. So 20/5 equals 18/5 plus b. And I'm going to subtract 18/5 from both sides. Now remember, when we're subtracting fractions, so 20/5 minus 18/5, we just subtract the numerators. So 20 minus 18 is 2, so I have 2/5. Okay. So I'm going to write my equation. Y equals, because this will cancel, and that means 2/5 equals b. So y equals 9/5 x plus 2/5. And I'm going to use this equation, and I'm going to use my other set of points to verify this. So I'll move this up just a little so we can see, or I'll just move it. I'll move it over here. All right. So 9/5, and I'll rewrite this over here so we can see better. Y equals 9/5 x plus 2/5. Okay. So this time I'm going to use the points -3 and -5 because the last time I used the points 2, 4. So 9/5, 9 divided by 5, times -3, because that is my x value. So mx plus 2/5 should equal -5. And it does. So now I know that this equation is the correct equation that will create a straight line relationship that these 2 points will be on.